Thanks for tuning in to this spooky edition of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I'll unlock the mysteries of the mansions and catch those ghouls with your help. Thanks for tuning in, and have a safe and happy Halloween. I am back from the grave, even though I wasn't really gone from the grave anyways, in a slightly brighter environment here right now. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. Slightly less sick at this very moment, O'Brien, the #1 Luigi's Mansion player in the entire galaxy, and the most determined to beat this game and get the videos up for you to watch and listen to. So, I typically hate to do this, if I'm being honest with you. I split up this mission and the final boss battle into 2 separate videos. I don't like doing that. I like to have as long of videos as I can without it being obnoxious. So this mission is oddly long, and the mission after this, the final boss for the area here, is like also very obnoxiously long. So it's a whole just obnoxiously long segment here. So doesn't really work out all too well. But, you know, hey, so I usually like to have my videos anywhere from like 20 to 25 minutes. I don't like going too over that, you know, but this one's like 17 minutes, so, you know, or whatever it is. So it just depends. But, yeah, I ended up going to a burrito place that I really like called Boloco, and I got a burrito bowl, a soy berry shake, and I have an iced coffee here. So you know what? I guess I'm just ready to rock and roll here. I'm just ready to go with the gauntlet and do the whole thing here. So sleep schedule being messed up aside, for this mission here, we have to get these ghosts here. Now these ghosts are a bit more powerful because of the crystallization that I guess will happen here. I think it's in this episode here, or the next episode, or the next mission. I don't really know. That's showcased, but those ones that have the like crystallized texture on them, those ones are a bit tougher nuts to crack there. So you got to really get a nice nutcracker from the Christmas bin to go after those particular ghosts over there. So that's what we're doing for this mission here, and you know, just continue on the merry way. So I was out trying to participate in the Pokemon Go Community Day event, which basically means it gives you an excuse to go and capture a particular shiny Pokemon. And I was doing that before I got here. I was unsuccessful in getting a Trapinch that was shiny, which is okay. I initially got back into Pokemon Go, which is totally unrelated to this in every capacity, but whatever. So I initially got back into Pokemon Go because they had a Turtwig Community Day. And Community Day is basically when there's an entire day dedicated to, or rather not a day, it's a particular day where from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., they have a specific Pokemon that is on showcase that you can capture in a high quantity. And you can also get a shiny version of that Pokemon. And the shiny versions appear a lot more frequently during that time there. I'm going to try to take this sweater off without breaking eye contact here. So there you go. And I happened to participate in the Turtwig event, which was, you know, good. Oh, I did it. Wow, nice. So I did that. And the rumor mill was filled with rumors of Piplup being one of the Community Day events, right? Being one of the Community Day Pokemon, probably, you know, for December or November, because, well, colder weather, you're going to have Penguin, you're going to have whatever. And I thought, you know, Turtwig is the first of the Gen 4 Pokemon, so I thought, okay, well, you know, Chimchar would be next and then Piplup after that, so let me get back into Pokemon Go. That didn't end up happening. It ends up being Trapinch for this Community Day, in which I don't care about Trapinch. So I only care about Turtwig, and I have a ton of Turtwig anyways. So I lucked out with that. I got quite a few shiny there, so no shiny Trapinch at all. I wandered around a marketplace that's near me, near actually where my house is, and it turns out that, oh, that gave you a lot of gold right there. Jeez, that thing down there. Wow, look at all those gold bars, baby. Yeah, nice. Good stuff. So make sure you don't miss out on that. I guess maybe, hypothetically, that thing could have fallen off the rails right there, but that's an easy, 200 gold right there? That's crazy. Wow. Awesome. So, you know, in Pokemon Go, which, again, unrelated to this video, but whatever. You know, you're seeing how to beat Luigi's Mansion here, all right? It's very point A, point B, etc. So, you have Pokestops, you have gyms that you swipe on to, you know, get specific items. You get Pokeball, you get Stardust, you get whatever. So, what some people have done is they have hacked the game, and that has been the case for a couple of years now. People have been doing that, but Pokemon Go is based on your GPS coordinates. So through your phone, they track where you're moving every second of the day, so it's an easy way for the government to get all your information. But beside that, they also have a means to spoof that thing. So, and I knew it was a spoofer who was setting up all of the Pokestops and whatnot, like with the lures and whatnot. So you can equip a lure, which gets more Pokemon to your location if you equip it, and it basically does it for, you know, like typically a half an hour, but on community day they work for 3 hours. So the name of, and it shows the name of the person, whoever put the lure there. So the name of the person was like Spoofer 100. So, like, yeah, clearly it was somebody who was making up their location to get a better chance at finding a shiny. So I also thought that might apply to the raid that was happening a little bit later, but it didn't. So also in Pokemon Go, which I should probably make Pokemon Go videos, but it's tough because you have to be, you know, out in the real world, and it's starting to get colder around here, so it's a bit tougher. But the way it works is you know, can get a bunch of people together and star in a raid. And the raid, which I never play games that involve a raid ever. It just, like, that sounds like very nerdy, right? Like, oh, let's participate in the raid. You know, like, I'm thinking like World of Warcraft and all that sort of stuff. But no, raiding is in a bunch of different games now, online service games and whatnot. So basically, and it's going to be in the new Pokemon game. So it's when a few people get together and fight against one common enemy together. So in the raids in Pokemon Go right now are all Giratina, one of my favorite legendaries of all time, because he's really cool, he's really good. His background is very cool. He's the ruler of the Distortion world, the heck of the Pokemon universe. So it's a pretty cool looking Pokemon too, in two forms, Origin form and Altered form. So there's that. And I thought maybe, well, the spoofer may spoof his location and help me out by, you know, fixing his location and help me out with the raid, but that was not the case. There was no spoofer to be found. I was trying to take on a Giratina by myself, and it did not work. So that was very disappointing there, but, you know, I have a Giratina in my Pokemon bank anyway, so I'm not really all that heartbroken about it. And the way I am with Pokemon, I just want one of everything. I don't need the best of everything. I don't need multiples of everything. I just want one of everything eventually. Like, over the course of my life, if I get, you know, one of every Pokemon, that's a pretty successful endeavor, you know? And if you pace yourself properly, you can probably do it. So that's just a long-term life goal here. And with, I mean, that's the lowest of the life goals, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, find success and happiness. Find a beautiful woman to marry. Have some kids. Get all the Pokemon. It's all the same equal, you know, validity in my heart. No. So, eventually, and it took me a while to figure out where to go and what to do here. These Toad missions here, where you have to gather the Toad, really just obnoxious. They don't need to happen. Like, the artificial intelligence here is just not great. He kind of just follows you around, and they always have, like, this critical flaw, like an irrational fear, right? So he has an irrational fear of clocks. So he's worried about the times of life. Whoa. Wow, I need to sleep more. Consuming him is what he's afraid of. He's afraid that the times of life, like the time will keep on slipping into the future, and he will not be able to grasp any sense of time and reality. So that's what that toad is afraid of there. Now, do I understand it? No. But, you know, that's just a way to, I guess, make the game have a bit more of a unique mechanic in that sense, I guess. But like, it's just kind of annoying, you know? They're kind of whatever. And it's weird. I wasn't sniffly all this morning, but then as soon as I keep talking for, like, you know, 15, 20 minutes at a time, it's just all the mucus just... And you may say, Brian, that's kind of gross, man. Why you tell me about your mucus? But you know what? You're here. You're watching this. You got nothing else to do, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? So there you go. There's a couple ghosts up there. We'll grab him. This is where I typically put a rice pudding reference in here. Like, if you enjoyed the video, tell me rice pudding mucus by any means of the internet. But I feel like that's kind of a nasty rice pudding to have. Actually, fun fact about rice pudding. The place that I get it from, there's like a Greek, like, sub shop, you know, pizza place over here that I go to all the time. And they don't know that, like, rice pudding is a thing for me. Like, they don't know any of that. But, like, I'll get rice pudding, not every time, but, like, frequently enough. And the past couple of times I got it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of gross. Because the rice would be, like, super, super hard. And I'm like, was the rice not cooked well enough? Like, what happened here? And it's happened, like, the past 1 or 2 times. And so what I never thought to do was heat the rice pudding up in a microwave. And I did that, and it tasted 7 billion times better. I was amazed at how much better it tasted. The rice wasn't, like, ice cold. It wasn't hot. Or, you know, it was just warm. It was just very nice. So I really liked that. And it took me, I don't know how many years I've been aware of rice pudding, but it took me that long to figure out, like, hey, you know, you should heat this thing up. Because, I mean, I have it cold sometimes, and it tastes fine. But other times, I guess it's either it just got into the fridge, and it wasn't, like, frigid cold. So now I'll always heat it up. So fun fact for you there. If you want to have rice pudding, pop that bad boy in the microwave there. So... yeah, just a side tangent for you. Fun fact, you know, if you are a rice pudding aficionado like me, and that toad nearly fell off the railings there, but that's okay. If you're a rice pudding aficionado like me, then yeah, you're gonna want to know that for sure. So over in here, no, I think we already did the crystal thing, right? We did that was the whole mission here. I forgot. I was recording late last night. So I've lost all sense of reality, but that's fine. So this guy up here, laughing his butt off. All right, you can't actually grab him yet. You have to defeat all the other all the other enemies in the area here. So, like, these 5 missions here are actually incredibly long, and for this area specifically. Now, the next area, spoiler alert, only has 3 missions in it and a boss battle. So they're a lot longer. For sure, but those missions there, can I go after them? No. It definitely won't let me. No. It just, like, typically, I feel like if you're that distance away, you would still be able to go and capture him, but whatever. So it's just forcing you to not, so, and you have to wait for those ghosts to, like, dip down, then you get them, so you have to kind of dodge them a little bit there, but yeah, so... what else was going on today? Nothing, you know? It's a whole lot of nothing. I did actually bring up the buyer's house. I had it in my trunk of my car, so now I'm actually going to build that thing today. That's going to be after I record, I think, hopefully the rest of these Luigi's Mansion post-play commentary videos. There are 3 more. And then, you know, going to record, obviously, the finale there and take it from there. I actually thought about skipping a lot of these parts here just to expedite the process here, but nah, you know, want to show the whole excursion here, the whole battle, even though the last section here actually gets pretty, like, obnoxious, trying to get all these all together here, and you have to trigger Toad there, so, like, they all try to run into the corner here, and you gotta pull this, and avoid that thing, too. It's a whole ordeal. It's just a whole big thing. And then, you know, this guy over here just laughing in your face, you know what I mean? So, So another fall activity that I'm going to do, because I got nothing else to talk about, is apple picking, which is going to be fun. I think I did it last year. I don't know if I talked about it on video. I might have somewhere, some playthrough. But I did it. And it was okay. You know, apple picking is like, you know, it's not like an inherently romantic thing to do, but it's very much like, you know, you and your significant other go out there and you pose in front of the apple trees. You're like, oh, this is fall. Look at my apple cider and blah, blah, blah. You know, that whole thing. So me going as a single guy was very, you know, whatever for me. And I nearly die right here, actually. I don't believe I do, but I get very, very close here. So I've only died, I think, once this whole playthrough. No, maybe not even once. I don't remember. I thought maybe, and thankfully we get some hearts right there. But, yeah, I did it last year with a few of my friends. Only one of them was a couple, Dan and Eleanor. But everyone else, single. So it wasn't like I was 5th or 6th or 7th wheeling. Well, I wouldn't be 6th wheeling. It would be 7th wheeling or 5th wheeling. Because the single with the 2 couples, it's a 5th wheel, yeah. So I didn't do any of that. But the best part of the apple picking, actually, was going out and not even picking the apples. It was getting the honey, the homemade honey, you know, the all-natural stuff that was at the store, which, as I've gotten a little bit older here, I've had more of an appreciation for honey and how it is. And it took me a while to figure out where to go here. So, yeah. You know, honey is fantastic, man. Honey is so good. And even at the Topsfield Fair, something I didn't mention before, they had a whole area in there that they had honey. And it's all about, like, bees, and they had, like, live, you know, beehives in there. Not beehives, but, like, you know, the crates. So, like, honey is made basically by bees, obviously, but there's, like, a crate that, and there's, like, slides. Basically like a filing cabinet, but for bees. So each of the files, you know, quote-unquote files, is all bees in there. So they make honey. So this one right here, absolutely impossible. I don't know how you could possibly do it. Actually, I think I get very close. So 3, 2, 1, 0, and then bam. I get it, but it doesn't register right in that last half second right there. It was so close. It was so close. But, yeah. So at the Topsfield Fair, they had all sorts of bees in there, and the entire building was basically filled with honey. And you could buy all sorts of different types of honey. You can buy honey candles and whatnot. All sorts of things like that. So it was very cool. And they actually have beekeeping classes that you can take where you can learn how to take care of bees. So that is a thing that I may get roped into doing, because I do have an appreciation for bees and honey and whatnot. Well, for honey, maybe not for bees right now. You know, they are, I think, still going extinct. So you need to protect the bees, and they help pollinate flowers and are very integral to the ecosystem. Now, wasps and all that, those can go burn. I got the can of Raid right here. I'm ready to go, man. If I see a wasp, done.
Come on.
Gonzo. Audi 5000. Not even dealing with it. So, you know, I don't have an affinity for all sorts of bugs and whatnot, you know? So, bees, because they make honey, I'm okay with helping them out, you know? Anyone else, I'm all set. So, that might be a thing come the springtime, or it's like once a week they meet every Tuesday, which once a week is a bit much, but, you know, whatever. So, make sure you save the bees and you do that whole thing there. So, that was pretty cool. But, yeah, apple picking is whatever. I'm going to go before Dan has his kind of not-so-surprise birthday party, which I doubt he's going to watch this video or the next video and find out. So, I guess I'll talk about what that is in the next episode here, because I got nothing else to talk about. You know, it's just my life. This is my life. This is what I do. I'm actually supposed to be at a birthday party in 2 hours. Is your boy bricksobrian going to go? Well, I'm feeling sick, and probably not. So, am I well enough to do videos? Yeah. Am I well enough to go into Boston and be out and about with people? No. So, you know, I canceled plans for, I bailed on plans, actually, for Boston last night. I bailed a lot, actually. But, like, you know, hey, that's okay. I can do whatever I want, because I am international superstar extravaganza, the one and only Brian Saviano, Bricksobrian. We have finished this level The toad is gone. I think there's a toad. It seems like in every mansion. I don't know if he was in the last one, actually. I don't remember. I don't think he was in the next one either, so maybe every other mansion. He was definitely one in the first or second one. I don't know. I've lost all sense of reality, as you can tell. So, mission complete here. I don't think we get anywhere close to getting the maximum high score that they want you to get for gold in the area, so whatever. Got, 2 stars most of the time, so that worked out anyways. But, hey, it is what it is. So, this is a bit of a shorter episode for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, but in the next episode, we're going to be facing off against the final boss for the area and moving on to the next mansion. The shortest of the mansions that I've done so far, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but hey, that's okay. So I want to thank you guys and girls for listening, watching, tuning in, and sniffling it out with me, your boy Brian Saviano, the one and only bricksobrian. I'll see you again next time for more Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon adventures, and I'll talk about what I'm doing for my friend Dan's birthday, because he's not going to watch this video, so whatever. Cool. He watched videos before. Not anymore, though. It's alright, though. Alright, peace out. Bye.